Onegaishimasu. Okay. How are you guys doing? Good. There's Senpai Andrea. All right. Senpai Andrea, can you do a quick bow in? So if you go in Seiza, do a high bow. Excellent. Okay. Little warm up. Use the legs. Even more than that, use the ground. Push into the ground, push into the ground. That will turn you. Use the ground, then your body can relax. And if you're feeling pretty warmed up, push into the ground even stronger. And then you get more speed and more power. By the way, Senpai, when you do your strikes, palm heel strikes, any strikes, the more you push off the ground, the more power you generate for that strike. So even something as simple as these arm swings is actually really important training. How to use the legs and hips, how to use the ground, how to relax the upper body. So it has the same technique for even all the strikes we do, even kicks later on. Get the power from the legs, from the ground. If the body is relaxed, the body is soft and relaxed, then we can deliver power more efficiently. When we're tight and hard, we're holding back our own power. So we need proper body mechanics using hips and legs and the ground, proper body posture and body state. State of the body is soft and relaxed. And then we can transfer power more effectively and efficiently. So even something like the arm swings here, it's more than just a warm-up. It's really good training if we're doing it correctly. Okay, let's go into some Funiko Kendo. Same thing, use the back heel, the back foot to push you forward. Use the front foot pushing into the ground to push you back. Push into the ground to send you forward. Push into the ground through the front leg to send you back. And upper body and arms just go with that. So you push from the back foot, it goes through your hips, send it up through the arms, push through the front leg, sends you back. And with a tenkai, see how stable you can be. So you want to bend those legs. Imagine someone's giving you some resistance connected to you here or at the wrists. And so you need those legs bent. You need to have your center of gravity low so you're nice and stable. Imagine someone is pulling on you or pushing on you at any time, or maybe up here in your upper body, pushing on you, pulling on you a little bit. Can you stay stable? If you do move, if you're pulled or pushed, your whole base should move with you. Your whole base should move, as opposed to being pulled off with the upper body. Now you're in trouble. Being pulled off, you're out of alignment. If you are pulled and pushed, you move your base with you, so your base is always underneath you. Minuchi, just forward and back, start with. See, my back heel stays flat on the ground, so my back is straight. All the senpai, all of you know the problems with being out of alignment, overcommitting yourself with your upper body. Just use the ground in your legs. Now with the tenkai, good. Hidari Hanmi, Tenkan Undo 90 degrees. Each count will be there and back. It's a good extension, nice straight back. Each. Knee, keep your knees bent. San, keep going. Shi, go. Nice extension, good. Roke. Sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. Protecting your space. Nice. Migi hanmi, 180 degrees. Ich, ni, san, shi, ho, ro, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. Back to Hadari Hanmi. This time, Tenkan Undo, 90 degrees, but with that extra movement. Remember this, Senpai? Covering more ground with a slide step, enter, slide step, enter, slide step, enter, slide step. Covering as much ground as possible without losing our posture though. So let's do a few without the arms. Arms just relaxed at the sides or resting at your center. So I want you to really focus on using your legs, focus on the footwork, and covering a lot of ground. Okay, so just the footwork. 90 degrees, step up, slide step back. Enter in, slide step back. Enter in, slide step back. Enter in, slide step back. Irimi, Tenkan slide. Irimi, Tenkan slide. Irimi, Tenkan slide. Slide step back. Slide step in, slide step back. Slide step in, slide step back. Keep going. Okay, now let's bring the arms into it. Just like before, nice, good extension. Cover as much ground as you can, but stay nice and clean and clear in your posture. Here we go. Each, big slide steps. Ni, san, shi, wo, ro, sich. Cover a lot of ground. Hutch. Hu. Ju. Okay, Migi Hanmi, 180 degrees, same thing. Cover as much ground as you can. Yeet. Yeet. San. Shi. Ho. Rook. Sich. Hutch. Hu. Ju. Horse stance. Sayuendo. 2, 1, 2. Use the legs. Bend the knees. Hips. 1, 2. 1, 2 with the hips. Big extension, but not locking the elbows, not locking the joints. Really big shape. Okay, now we're going to do movement sideways. And just like we did the Tenkan Undo, I want you to cover as much ground as you can. As much ground as you can. Slide step. Slide step. Don't hop up and down though. Keep the knees bent. Cover as much ground as you can. Use those legs. Use the ground. Each. Knee. San. Shi. Big shape. Go. Rook. Sich. Hutch. Ku. Ju. Okay. Now, technique, it's new in Senpai Andrea's program. Gaetano Senpai, this will be review. This is in junior 9th Q. Put one side forward. Let's say, put your right side forward. Migi hanmi. The grab is going to be kata dori, not kata te dori. Te means hand or wrist. So kata te, dori is grab. Kata te is grabbing the wrist. Just kata, not kata te. Kata is the shoulder. So kata dori, shoulder grab. So if you have your right side forward, I am grabbing your right shoulder. Okay? Everybody have the right side forward? Senpai Andrea, right there we go, right side forward. Okay. So imagine someone's grabbing your right shoulder, grabbing you in front of you like this. I'm not sure if the screen shows it the proper way. Can one of you, Senpai, tell me if this is grabbing your right shoulder or is the screen reversed? Someone come forward and tell me if you're on mute. Is this grabbing your left or right shoulder right now?
Right.
Good, thank you, Siler. Excellent, so then that's good. We can carry on from there then. Senpai, Gaetano Senpai, you'll remember this. Let me demonstrate it once. Grabbing the right shoulder. We're gonna come offline, do Manuchi. A little Tenkan, bring our elbows in. Hold on to their arm that was grabbing us, and then we do Sayuendo. Let's do that together. So, Senpai Andrea, this is a new technique in your program, junior 9th program. Okay, and it's also on video on our YouTube page where I go over it over and over again in pretty good detail, even more detailed than what we're doing today. So you can review that video on YouTube. So, the grabbing you here, Irmi Sugiyashi, right? Irmi Sugiyashi, come offline, Manuchi. So we're coming offline to protect ourselves, Manuchi to protect ourselves. And so now this right hand is on top of their right elbow. We turn a little bit and sink down and bring everything together. That pulls them off balance. Knees bent, so we're balanced. So that pulled them over. Hold on to their arm. Put your arm across their jaw. Point up to the ceiling. Step off. Sayuendo. Come back into a ready stance. Okay, that's the basic technique. Katadori Sayuendo. Same side. Grabbing your right shoulder. So we don't want to just stay right in front of them, not for very long at all. We'll come offline. Irmi Sugiyashi. Irmi Sugiyashi Manuchi. Now this hand, your right hand's on top of their arm. You come down on their elbow and get out of the way even more. So you're facing away from them, so they can't hit you very easy with the other arm. Connect to their arm, come over on top, across their face or across their jaw. Big slide step like we just did in Sayuendo. Big slide step, turn your hips, come back to protect yourself. Let's do that a couple more times on that same side. Okay, so offline Manuchi. Cut down on their elbow as you get out of the way. By the way, especially Senpai, especially Gaetano Senpai, this is for you guys later on. When I come down like this, cut down on their elbow and tilt them over, tip them over. Instead of doing this, what I could also do is this. Cutting down their elbow and doing a temi or strike. Let me just show you that just for your reference so you know that that's later on what you could do. Get offline, protect yourself. That could also be a strike to their face. Come offline and sink. That could be a strike. But right now, we're not doing that strike. We're just using our body together in good body mechanics. Everything working together. Okay, here we go. Irmi Sugiyashi Manuchi. Little Tenkan, sink, keep your back straight. Hold their arm, come on top of their arm to their face or their jaw. Big slide step, big hip turn, come back. 2 more times. Offline Manuchi, turn and sink. Hold, across, slide step, Sayuendo. Hami, no kamai. Ready stance. You don't want to stay there where they might pull you over. Come back into ready stance. Once more. Irimi Sugieshi, Manuchi. Big turn, sink, connect, across. Raise their jaw by raising your elbow. Big Manuchi, big Manuchi. Slide step, protect. Let's do some on the other side. Hidari Hanmi. Hidari Hanmi. So now I'm grabbing you on the left shoulder. Hopefully, what's the left shoulder? Grabbing you here. You're here. Left side forward. Irimi Sugieshi Manuchi. Little Tenkan. Bend your knees. Bring your elbows to your center. Bending your knees brings them down. Bringing your elbows in brings them down. Connect so they can't just let go and hit you. Connect to their arm. Cross their face. Big Manuchi that raises their chin or bends their neck. There's a big saying in martial arts, where the head goes, the body goes. 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 So we raise the elbow, tilting their neck. Makes them weak. Then big slide step, Sayuendo. And back. Irimi Sugieshi, Manuchi, Tenkan, sink. Connect to their arm. The arm is grabbing you right here. You connect to it. Come over on top, cross the elbow. We don't want to step yet because they still could be heavy and solid. So we want to change the angle of their neck, tilt their head up. Then slide step, turn your hips. Back in Hami no Kamai. Offline, Manuchi. Turn and sink. Grab their arm before they hit you or let go. Cross their face. Raise their face by raising your elbow. Big slide step, big turn. Come back. Okay, a couple more times. Irimi Sugieshi. Tenkan, sink. Connect. Cross. Kazushi, get their balance by raising their head. Big step. Throw them. Big Kazushi. Ready stance. Once more. Irimi Sugieshi. Tenkan, sink. Connect. Cross. Big Manuchi. Offline. Turn. Ready stance. Good. Senpai Andrea, so that's something you can practice for your program. Let's see here. Okay, so I want to go into Gaetano Senpai program a little bit. Of course, last week we had a lot of time to work on palm heel strike. So let's touch upon the basics of that. This will be new for Senpai Andrea. And so we'll touch upon the basics of it, then go into some new stuff for the Gaetano Senpai with the palm heel strike. So nice, good horse stance. You're nice and low. So we connect to the ground, using the ground for our support and our power. Let's do a quick review of hand shape. So Senpai Andrea, this might be new for you. Palm heel strike is striking with the heel of the palm, not the palm itself. If you hit something with the palm, you'll probably bend your wrist back and it'll probably hurt your wrist. So you're not hitting with the palm. That's called palm heel, the heel of the palm. In fact, hit your 2 palm heels together, the bottom of your palms. It's very, very, very solid. You go up to a wall, bang, hit it quite hard. It's very solid. But if you hit with the palm, it's going to bend your wrist back and hurt. So heel of the palm. You pull the fingers back, thumb is in. to the sides, not in front, because then you'll be smashing your own thumb. But what we also don't want the thumb sticking out like that, where it gets stuck in clothing or something and get pulled. So it's right on the side. Fingers can be either straight up or bent at the middle knuckles, either straight or bent at the middle knuckles. But the thumb is always at the side, not out, not in front. Sides, fingers up or bent, striking with the heel. Nice deep horse stance. Shift the weight, shift the weight. Shifting the weight sends the palm heel right out in front. It also brings the other hand right back to the ribs. So nice and slow. Shift the weight and turn the hips for the power. Power is not in the arm. Arm is too small. Power is in the legs and hips. And ultimately that really comes from the ground. So shift the weight, turn the hips. All the way out, but not locking the elbow. We know the problem with locked joints, right? We know the problem with that. So the elbow is pointing towards the ground. In your mind, strike through the target. So if my strike is right here, my target shouldn't be here, because then I'm just tapping it. The target would have to be here, so I'm going right through that target a few inches. If my target is just here, I'm just hitting it. Sounds like I'm hitting it hard, but it's not nearly as hard as if I'm going through the target. So when you're doing this, imagine you're not hitting a target, you're going through it, striking through it. Again, keep the elbow pointing towards the ground. Okay, Hami no Kamai, Hidari. Hidari Hami no Kamai. Turn your hips, send the lead hand out. So when we're in Hami no Kamai, we're not having our hands here now. This is just a training position to really use our hips and pull the other side back. Now we're going to be in a guard position, just like in boxing. The front arm is protecting the jaw, and the elbow is protecting the ribs. The backhand is protecting the jaw, the elbow is protecting the ribs. Out a little bit. Okay, so that's a guard position. What we're going to do is we're going to slide step forward and back. We're not going to do Irimi Sugiyashi Senpai. We did that last week as well. We're just going to go straight in, straight back. So straight Irimi. So when I slide in, I want to turn my hips. And the target is about your chin height and back. Through the target and back. So go ahead. Slide step, turn your hips, come back. Slide step, turn your hips, come back. Not leaning. Heel stays flat because you're pushing up that back heel for power and stability. Okay, switch Hanmi. Lead side. Let's see your guard position. This is too open, right? It's too easy to get inside here. I don't want to have it all right in front of my center line here, both because then the outsides are open. So I'm covering the outside and the inside by being in the middle, not too much in the middle, not too much out. So one, the backhand protecting the side of the jaw, front hand protecting this side of the face, slide step, palm heel, slide step, palm heel. Don't lock the elbow, with the elbow still pointing towards the ground. Keep the other hand protecting the face. Good. Now, Senpai, something new. Now, not just the lead hand, not just one hand. We're going to do the other hand now. The lead hand is faster because it's closer to them. The rear hand takes longer to get to them, but it can generate more power because of that same reason. So the front one is good for a jab. It's called a jab to get their attention. A sharp strike, but not a powerful strike necessarily. The backhand is usually much more powerful because you have more turn of the hips and more distance you're covering to generate power. So now the backhand, slide in, turn the hips, slide back. Slide in, turn the hips, slide back. See how I'm still protecting my jaw, my face? Slide in and back. I'm still protecting my face. Just like when we do shomanuchi or yokomanuchi, this hand is up to protect herself. Same sort of thing. Slide in, back hand goes forward, slide back. Okay, switch your hanmi. Back hand, slide in, turn your hips, slide back. Slide in, turn your hips for power, slide back. Other hand stays up. Still protecting yourself. Keep going so I can have a look at your form. Yep, keep the other hand up, protect your face, Senpai Andrea. Other hand up, protect your face. Okay, one more thing, Senpai. So we did the lead hand and we did the rear hand. Now we're gonna do both. 1, 2, looks like this. And back. Slide in, turn my hips, come back. Notice I'm protecting my face and jaw each time, watch. I slide in, front hand, still protecting. Rear hand, still protecting. Then slide back. So front hand, rear hand. Here we go. Guard position. Slide in, front hand, rear hand, come back. Slide in, front hand protecting, rear hand protecting, come back. Each, and back. Knee, and back. San, and back. Chi, and back. Turn your hips, and back. Slide in, turn, and back. Slide in, turn the hips, and back. Slide in, 1, 2, slide back. Slide in, 1, 2, protect yourself back. Switch hanmi. Other side forward now. Slide in, turn your hips for the strike, slide back. Slide in, turn your hips for the strike, still protecting. Turn your hips for the strike, still protecting the other side. Slide back, still protecting. Slide in, 1, 2, and back. Each, knee, san, chi, go, roke. Use your hips, sich, hutch, ku, ju. Good. Now, without the slide step, we're going to finish with one more thing. Full power, full speed. So right now, we're not going to do the slide step. We certainly could. But I want you to focus on just turning your hips, using your legs, snapping it out, snapping it back, snapping it out, snapping it back. So 1, 2, fast out, fast back. So it's important we snap it back. You don't want to leave it out there. We leave it out there when we're training to work on proper form, getting things correct. But in a real application, you want to snap it back so they can't grab it and pull us. Remember, you're striking through the target before you come back. My target is here. If I snap and pull it back, not getting enough power. I have to pull it back after I go through the target. So make sure you're not making your strike short to pull it back. After you go through the target, you're snapping it back. It's kind of like a whip. And where it sparks at the end, that's pulling it back. Okay, so we're just going to be turning the hips. No footwork, because I want you just to use your hips and legs, put out fast and hard out and fast and hard back. Make sure you don't lock your elbows or you could actually strain your elbow. Okay, so let's try a couple practice ones. Go, like that. Go. Breathe out, use your hips. Okay, so 2 strikes really fast on 1 count. Each, knee, san, shi, Go. Roke. Siege. Hutch. Ku. Ju. Okay, 10 on the other side. Couple practice ones. Make sure you don't lock the elbow. Use your hips. Snap, snap back. Snap, snap back. Snap, snap back. Okay, here we go. Remember to strike through the target before you snap it back. Each. Knee. Hips. San. Shi. Imagine a target. Go. Target, go through that target. Siege. Hutch. Ku. Ju. One more. Good. Come to your center. Breathe into the belly. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly sinks back in. Breathe in, come up on your toes. Breathe out, pushing the hands down the center line. Breathe in, scooping up the energy. Breathe out, directing the energy down through your body into the ground. Breathe in, scooping and gathering. Breathe out, directing it down. Now open sideways, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in, everything opens and expands. Breathe out, everything comes back to your center. Breathing in, pulling energy up. Breathe out, send energy back into the earth. Make sure you bend your knees. Breathe in, squeeze your fingers. Breathe out, open your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Hands over your center. Imagine you're hanging from the string. That means you're relaxed, like a Halloween skeleton, just hanging. Weight through the legs and feet. Breathe in, feel your belly expand. Breathe out, feel your belly empty. Now take a long, deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Release your hands, let them swing a little bit, just relax and natural as you breathe into the abdomen. Notice your arms slowly coming to stillness as they hang with gravity. Weight through your feet, breath in your belly. And shift your weight side to side to gently rock out. Okay, excellent job, everyone. Let's bow out. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much.